Went out this past Thursday night with some friends, and about 1 o'clock in the morning, one of the guys there, we had all had a lot of fun, but I'll put it to you that way, started asking me why wasn't I concerned about the Dominion voter system machines. Their servers were parked in Germany. The servers to conduct the election in the United States were actually parked in Germany. And I told him they weren't. He said, well, yes, they are. Heard it on the news. Sidney Powell said so. Sent her complaint filed in court. And it's not true. It actually literally is not true. There are no servers in Germany tied to the American election. In fact, the voting machines themselves are not connected to the internet. They have found instances where machines were plugged into the internet. What it actually is there are machines that are connected. They should be connected to modems to be able to transmit unofficial results to secretaries of states. Sometimes they do get connected to the internet, but the actual machines themselves are not connected to the internet. The servers occasionally are. They're not supposed to be. But they're not transmitting anything to Germany. There are no servers in Germany. Now, I know this claim was made on OAN. It was made by Sidney Powell and others close to the president. The German government denies it. The American government denies it. The United States Army denies it. And the two companies that are cited, Dominion Voter Systems and a company called Seidel, they both deny it. So either you can believe them or not. I can lead you to truth. I can't get you to accept it. But there are no servers in Germany. And he was just absolutely dumbfounded. Why would anyone say that? Perhaps to support a perpetuation of a sense of grievance? How does a fish know it's wet? How does a fish know it's wet? I would submit to you a fish doesn't know it's wet because it's surrounded by water all of the time. It doesn't have a sense of what wet is when it's surrounded by water all the time. When you only go to the news outlets and the sources on the internet that tell you exactly what you want to hear, in all cases, you're never going to know that you're wet, that your claims are all wet. When you're going to OAN and you're tuning into QAnon accounts online and listening to Sidney Powell and the like, and everyone tells you that there are Dominion voter system servers in Germany, you're going to believe there are Dominion voter system servers in Germany, even though there aren't. It's not your fault. You're being lied to. You don't even know you're being lied to. In this case, the Trump campaign has for over a month insisted on a series of grievances in Wisconsin that there was fraud, there were mass irregularities, that there were hundreds of thousands of people who voted who shouldn't, that they were being denied the opportunity to search that stuff. And so here comes a federal judge appointed by Donald Trump who says, bring your witnesses, bring your claims, bring your evidence, even bring your lack of evidence and let's hear it. And if you really are being shut out of the process, I'll give you the opportunity to be involved in the process. I'll give you everything you want. And so the Trump team goes into court to the Trump-appointed judge who's amenable to Donald Trump, who's willing to listen to their witnesses, who's willing to listen to their claims, who's willing to allow them injunctions and allow them orders to give them access to inspect all the stuff they want to inspect. And the Trump campaign goes into court and says, no, actually, we're not going to claim any of that stuff. We're going to claim that the procedures of the election violated Wisconsin law. And the judge examines that and says, well, actually, it was President Trump's old administration who offered this guidance to the states on how to conduct the election in the age of a pandemic. And that's why they did what they did. And it's not a violation of law for them to alter the procedures, the means by which to conduct the election in the face of a pandemic. That's what actually happened. They didn't argue fraud. They didn't argue anything of the like. They essentially argue that the state of Wisconsin made the mistake of listening to the Trump administration on how to carry out the election.